All right, we're live. Let's see. All right, it's pretty good. Get a little brighter. Ugh. All right, it's pretty good. Masterings, what's up? First one in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. All right. We'll see what we end up doing tonight. Might just be attending to my farms. Let me check out. I don't know. Well, maybe check out some other KVK. See if anything's going on. Oh God. You came back from ROK came back to ROK 2 months ago and just found out it was the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Well, first of all, I don't think I'll ever get nominated here in 68 just because Peacemaker's here. But also you have to win KVK to get nominated, which I am on a 3 KVK losing streak. Let's see. No, 4 KVK losing streak. Damn. Yeah. I don't even know what it's like to win. Am I checking out on the 3321 KVK? Yeah, I've been messaging Jackie. We'll take a look at it. I don't know. It's hard for me to stream. So I'm in Eastern time. It's hard for me to actually stream during the day, right? Maybe if it's like interesting tomorrow night for me, I'll check it out. Check out 3289. Noah, are you guys fighting right now? Is there actual fighting in the? Because Jackie told me the Kingsland opens Friday, right? So there's no fighting right now. Is there like anything actually going on right now that's interesting? I'll check it out. Why not? Less than 7 hours. I'll be asleep in 7 hours. Oh, he's got in the Lost Kingdom. I don't know. I mean, if I'm streaming, there's an actual like KVK that's going on that's fighting. I'll go check it out. Why not? It's either that or hang out with chat and tend to my farms, right? So I think I'd rather watch KVK. Let's do this. Oh, let's get my main done. Kane, what's up, man? Celebrity is here, Big Kane. Let's see. I think I've been forgetting to do this the last few times. Achilles? Who's Achilles? Am I supposed to know Achilles? One day you'll have to join 2268 to find out how it is, what it's like to lose. I mean, we won our first 3 KVKs, and we're the strongest going to KVK 4. We kind of got screwed in the matchmaking, but yeah. Did I ever think I would lose 4 KVKs in a row? I don't think so. You know, if anything, I only knew what it was like to win when I first started playing. It's like our kingdom was so much stronger than every other kingdom in our continent. It was just like a guaranteed thing. Hope I'm not bored out of my mind. I am. Okay. I mean, if you know anything about me, you know I love. Like, the whole point of. For me, the whole point of playing this game is to actually see how you do during KVK relative to other people, right? There's obviously people that I like to catch, which is why I'll never buy an account, because a lot of the fun for me is to try to actually start catching people that started ahead of me and then start passing them one by one, right? So, having said all of that, I played one KVK this year so far. One KVK. We're about to hit. We're in like mid-July, right? One KVK in 2024. Like, I'm dying on the inside. Jacob, what's up, man? How's it going? Yeah. Hopefully, I mean, this next pop coming up Monday, you know, it just takes so long. Like, give me first pop. Okay. Let's see if I get lucky with these armaments. So I've been only opening Arch now. Okay. What is this? Devious. So you get a skill, you get a arch formation, and it gives you skill damage. And it's triple low stats. I'm not even save that. That's useless. I actually have a better double inscribe cav one. That's pretty crazy though. It's almost there to taunt you. Like, what is this? Luda, what's up, man? How's it going? That's how you feel with Plato's KP? Well, Kane, if you don't, I mean, if 68 keeps taking these long ass breaks, you'll just catch them by virtue of lack of activity. But you need to fight in the KVKs we're fighting in. You know, just the nature of it. You get so much more fighting. It lasts a lot longer, and you get your KP that way. What's the minimum requirement for like past KVK performance? We had to say numbers in order to consider recruiting to 68. Master Ains, if you put your account ID in chat, I could open your account up on stream and I could tell you. I think it depends on the person. You know, there's a couple of different circumstances. I feel like I'm pretty good at reading accounts that I feel like their stats are maybe a little suppressed due to the circumstance they're in. So it's not necessarily just like a KP number, right? There's a couple different factors. But if you put in your ID, I'll open up your account. Take a look at it. Luda. Big Kane. 3 bill KVK. 3 bill KV this KVK. That's what you said last KVK, and then you got to Kinsland, and it was over in under 24 hours, you know what I mean? What do I think will happen to 93 after this KVK? I think 93P and 93L will leave, and then 93T will stay, and they'll end up being a One Alliance Kingdom. At least that's a word on the streets. But, you know, I wish they didn't do that. I wish they actually stay together. Am I ready for Kingsland? I'm just ready to be in KVK. You know? The last time I had fighting was, what, end of May? I think it was end of May. Maybe the very beginning of June. I mean, yeah, it's sad. If I actually wasn't like doing migration and a lot more involved with Kingdom stuff now, and then doing YouTube, I would be bored out of my mind. Right? I can imagine like if I didn't do YouTube and also wasn't involved with like anything with like the Kingdom. I'm literally just farming every day. Like I don't know. I might quit. And I love this game. I thought I had more of those. Oh, my boy Jackie's Kingsland. Yeah, actually, wait. Let me message him now. Let's see. Let's get that Kingsland schedule. When does it open? Let me message him. I'll at least look. I'll at least watch it. Luda, if it's still going on tomorrow night, maybe I'll stream it. We'll see. All right. See what he says. Freaking guys over in 33 are a little too confident over there. Probably rightfully so. Looks like it's going to be heavily favored on your side. Don't hit me with the past. Always focus on the future. I'm just saying I hope your Kingsland lasts longer than 24 hours. You know what I mean? I'm rooting for you. You played this one KVK and got it to 450 mil. Wouldn't be suitable yet. T4 and 100 mil KP. Master Ains, is that the case? Realistically, for us to like look at your account and then go through the voice interview and everything, probably have to see like 1.2 bill KP and KVK. I would say, especially if you took time off, which means you have like an older account. Even then, like, I don't know. I'm like, no offense to you, but if someone quit for a while, like, what, you know, like, they're a lot more at risk to quit again, right? So it would have to be really impressive for me to want to accept it, like probably more than normal, just because of the history. It might be over by then. Uda, you're oh my god, dude. I'm rooting for my boy Jackie. You're a little too confident, but realistically, I think he has like a 10% chance, if that. Realistically, if we're being honest here, you guys stacked it where it's pretty one-sided. You won Zone 5 in like 12 hours? I mean, 12 hours in Zone 5, I feel like it's not like there's that's more than some other Zone 5s. A lot of people don't even get fighting in Zone 5, or the last Zone 5 fighting I had was in my old kingdom. We lasted like 3 or 4 hours and got routed out of there, you know? So at least it's more than that. Yeah, if you're a recruiter, you want to recruit someone who's quit before either. I mean, think about it like a resume, right? Also, if you're a kingdom hopper, like just to think about that from a recruiter's standpoint. If this guy has like switched kingdoms like 3 out of the last 4 KVKs or something like that, like what's to say he's not gonna switch again, right? Just because something isn't suited to his, like, you know, and it's just like something will come up. So that matters a lot, you know. Like it would suit you better, you know, just do a little more research, find a kingdom that you're pretty sure about, and then stay there at least for like 2 or 3 KVKs, and then just hop around a lot, you know. My last Zone 5 lasted for 3 days. I'm jealous. Zone 5 fights are starting on Friday nights are the best. Everyone is on until the weekend is over. Luckily for me, I can make my own schedule, so I can play all the time. But yeah, I get it. BCI. I'm a newer player, but I feel like that is super common. Is this the guy that's in Jackie's Kingdom? BC? BCI? Name looks familiar. We lost, but we were able to hold our fort wall for about 2 days. Then we defended the other forts in Zone 5 for another day. Oh, okay. So it was fort walls. Chill Rock, only Osno and Addy can switch kingdoms at will and not get hate. That's not true. That's not true. Maybe they won't get hate for, like, let's see, how do I say this? First of all, I like Addy. I like the people that also manage her account. But if it was up to me, I would not take Addy in 68. Not because it's not a good player or a great account and she's not a good person, but it's rough, I feel like, on a kingdom when you're taking in these really big players, and then like you do what you can to actually get them in, and then they leave after 1 kvk, right? And I wouldn't take them. That's me personally. And like I like Addy, and I like the people that manage her account. They're good people, but it's I feel like it's rough for a kingdom. Alloys, what's up, man? Okay, BC, you're in 3321, right? I'm openly saying it. I'm rooting for 3321. I'm rooting for that side, even though it's probably not looking, chances aren't looking so hot, but you never know. What industry am I in real life? I own a CrossFit gym, so I guess I'm in the fitness industry. I guess I'm supposed to be a meathead. Jacob, Alloys is here. What's up, Alloys? How's it going? Let's see. Short bus. I need to update my emojis. What emojis would be good to update? Master Range, I'll probably stick around for another KBK, try to get 500 mil. Yeah, 500 mil is about the 30 mil kill mark, right? So like do that first. And then honestly, this game, it's about like consistency and of activity, right? So doing it day after day. Like I've seen enough like free to play and really low spend players now have like good accounts just from consistency and activity over time, and just being smart with it. Meathead emoji. Luda, hey, Luda's over there. He's been talking shit from like a month before this KBK was even announced. You guys pre-out that shit so early. Yeah, you guys pre-out that. We'll see what happens. I'm rooting for 3321, but it's just kind of like, I guess I like the underdog story, right? Y'all did the same thing to 24 last KVK. Yeah, I don't know the history there. How did I get into owning a gym? What path led me there? So I was introduced to CrossFit when I was in the military, and then I actually was working for my dad after I got out, building LASIK machines. I wasn't an engineer. I just, I'm good at learning stuff and then figuring out how to execute things. So, it was like a startup. I got to do that for 2 years, and then the company started growing, and I didn't want to move out of the US to Germany or Taiwan, which is where the offices were moving to. So I decided to start my own gym, and that was about 10 years ago now. So we're going on year 10. We're in year 10 right now with the CrossFit gym. It's rough for the KD taken in, but wouldn't the cost balance out if they place mostly top 3 every KVK and give you a shot at a KVK win? Okay, so oh my god, someone's gonna clip this and it's gonna get back to her. And okay, knowing what I know now, if there is like a top Kraken, like one of the top 10 players in the game, and they've hopped kingdoms, 3 kingdoms in a row, right? And their intention is just gonna come hang out and go somewhere else. Me personally, I would prefer not to bring that player in because it a lot of times, like especially like for a kingdom like 68, right? Like you're close, you know, it takes a lot to like drop him to bring the player in, and also like if you lose a KVK and that player was going to migrate out anyways, like the optics and the actual like impact morale is really big. Like it's just for me, I would rather have someone that like buys into the kingdom, you know, unless we really mess up in some way. Like they're here for like the community, the culture. They embed themselves into the community, and they're here at multiple KVKs, right? So the reality is, you know, you have like a let's just say like a 300 mil player like Addy, right? It's really good, right? But what if I get 3 100 mil players with like 15 bill KP that I feel like is like want to be part of the culture and help the kingdom grow? I would take those 3 players any day, you know. So is her account really good and very productive? Yes, it's very good, very productive. She's a good person. I like her. I like her team, right? But just like I'm just talking about in general from like a kingdom stability, culture building. It's just it's crazy now. Like seeing like more and more of these like top kingdoms, how like they seem all stable, and then boom, 1 KBK they're gone, right? They could fall apart. It's really resonated with me that like building the right way with a very solid foundation, getting the right people that are a fit, maybe projecting some growth with the younger players is more important than just like essentially stacking mercenaries and a lot of high spenders that don't necessarily have like a loyalty to the kingdom or actually want to stick around and build, right? Another way to think about it, if you're already at the top, right, like it's kind of hard to also screen like who's here for the right reasons or not. But if you're like a kingdom that is looking to build and get to the top, right, it's easier to actually find people that want to be part of that process and jump in. And for me, at least that's what I'm looking for, because we're not a top kingdom now, right? Like right now, realistically, we're probably somewhere between 20 to 30 in ROK. Right, there's probably 20 to 25 kingdoms that are stronger than us right now, right? But we have a lot of cool parts. We have like we could recruit really well. So I would rather actually be like this up and coming kingdom that's built in the right way, and then see what happens in like 2 or 3 KVKs, right? But in the meantime, we still have fun and let the core group actually build and grow. That's my personality, and I, you know, again, I'm not the king of 68, right? But like I do have more and more of a say in recruiting now, and I really try to like screen out and get people that I feel like fit that, like have that mentality, and they're actually productive. Meathead emoji. Alloys, yeah, doing good. Ready to get into a fight. Yeah, seriously, right? It's been forever. Do CrossFit people get shit for the way they do pull-ups? Some might say they're fake pull-ups. Well, when you kip, it's not a real strict pull-up, right? So you could do weighted pull-ups, you could do strict like body weight pull-ups, you could do kipping pull-ups. There's just different things. It's like if you run on a treadmill versus you just run out on the track. Like literally, even the gait and how you're running is different. Like, do people get shit for running on a treadmill? It's just different. I would say most people that I see that like to give shit for doing kipping pull-ups, like I could do more strict pull-ups than that. Like why? Like if you're gonna like talk shit, you better be able to do a lot of pull-ups, or else, right? Everyone can hide behind a keyboard and just say a bunch of shit. That's kind of our society nowadays. Alloys, deciding if I want to make a tower march. Yes, do it. Chill. Yeah. Luda, 3321, eating shit this KVK. Hey, there's this thing called hubris. That's all I gotta say about that, Luda. If it's not this KVK, you know, if it's not this KVK, you'll definitely experience it by KVK 5. Luda, which kingdom are you in? BC, Luda is in 33. He's been shit talking this about this KVK. I felt like for a month before you guys even got in. Lots of big whales just chase KP the whole time. I don't mind KP chasing, right? Because I mean, you're literally playing the game, right? It just, if we need you to be somewhere to do something objective focused, and you're off to the side chasing KP, that's bad. But there's nothing really going on, and you just want to like pad your stats and get your KP up. Like, trying to prevent people from doing that is, it's almost like a fun police, right? So I feel like it's like a good balance. But when you're in Kinsland, where you're in an area where like, no, you need to be here. You need to actually get ready to ball up and then like push and help get the field and everything. And then someone's off to the side KP chasing and not doing that. That right? So like, it's not even KP chasing. It's, are you doing it at the expense of actually being useful when your kingdom needs you? Oh, by the way, you guys haven't seen. Who knows? Probably gonna lose, right? But if you lose half of this. Wait, where is this? Everything on 93T, right? Payout is what? 3.5 to 1. I'll take it. What's the max pull-up count? Most I've done is 21, and then the heaviest weighted pull-up I've done is 135 pounds. But like, strict pull-up really is like, you come down all the way down, arms completely locked out. You pull all the way up with your chin over the bar. I've seen too many like, even push-ups. This is funny, right? The people that actually make fun of kipping pull-ups can't even actually do correct strict pull-ups. Like, if you come down 3/4 of the way or halfway, like, that's not full range of motion. If you're going to actually complain about kipping pull-ups, then you better do your strict pull-ups right. Stepped away from the stream for a minute. How'd you end up on pull-ups? Someone mentioned about CrossFit and pull-ups. What is the reason of kipping pull-ups? Okay, so if you actually ever watch gymnastics, right? The way they're actually generating more and more momentum and power is called a gymnastics kip. So in CrossFit, the guy that started it originally, he was a gymnast. So there's certain movements you do in CrossFit. It's actually very, very rudimentary or basic, like gymnastics, like when you turn over onto a ring or a bar, where you could use the kip, right? So the idea of CrossFit is you want to be well balanced, and when you're out in life, right, playing a sport, whatever, you're not actually isolating muscle groups. Functionally, the way your body is designed is for your whole body to work together to produce force. So when you're doing a kipping pull-up, you're literally using your opening and then closing your hips to generate thrust upwards, and then you're essentially making your body lighter, and then you're pulling, right? So it actually takes some coordination and some like explosive, like ability to explosively open and close your hips. Is that a strict pull-up? No. Is it a weighted pull-up? No. But like, the people that actually make fun of it, one, can't do it. And to actually be well balanced, why not actually be able to do a gymnastics kip, but also be able to do a strict pull-up and also be able to do a weighted pull-up, right? Like, that's actually more functional. And if you translate that over to say like athletics, it'll help you jump higher. It'll help you create a lot more power doing a lot of the like the athletic stuff that you see people doing. Like, it's honestly, like, the people that make fun of it, probably like 9.9 out of 10 have no idea like the basic biomechanics of like movement, right? And they just want to hate, like it's almost like, if you want to have a discussion about it, like where you understand what you're talking about, great. But most people have no idea they don't even understand like biomechanics, and they want to make fun of stuff, you know. Wonder if you could do 20. Take a video and post it. Full range of motion though. Arms completely locked out at the bottom, and then you pull your chin over the bar, right? I'm considered like on the heavier side. I think I'm like 205 pounds. So I wouldn't say strict pull-ups is my thing. That definitely benefits people with shorter arms that are a lot lighter. But like 21's pretty good. Fitness channel? I'll never start a fitness channel. That's not. I would say that's not necessarily like my passion, you know. Even though I guess technically I'm a professional. No, Ken could definitely do pull-ups. Luda's is just making enemies. Luda is just making enemies left and right here. Give you a week. I'm more interested in what your max weighted pull-up is, Kane. Yeah, I was gonna look at this. It finishes while I was talking? Oh, perfect. All right. After this, let's actually take a look at Luda's KVK. Let's see what's going on over there. Weighted dips, I think my max is also 135, but it's on a ring. So it's a weighted ring dip. Let me see, I can pull it up here. Oh wait, I lied. It is, oh no, 140.5 pounds. Max weighted ring dip. Yeah, I've always actually been pretty athletic. I would say my most athletic feat I've accomplished. I think I dunked for the first time when I was 14, and I was 5'9". I think that's probably the one where I would probably be the most proud of. Let's see. Okay. Let's take a look here. 3321. Look at this. 4M KVK. Could have went to the NBA. You know what? That's actually what I thought. And then you realize skill actually matters. A lot more than just athleticism, you know? Like, let's see. All right. This is such a small Kingsland. Alloys, you still here? You see this? What is this? This must be like 1/8 the size of our Kingsland that we just fought in. Like, we fought in this Kingsland, we would have won, for sure. We literally would have just pushed them out like within the first 6 hours. Holy crap. All right. So this is 43. This is 21. I assume these are allies here. So is it like left and bottom versus right and top, I think? I can't get over how small this Kingsland is. This is ridiculous. What is... Oh my god. This looks like a ruins map. By contrast, right? Let's take a look. Let's see if I can find a stratagems. Oh, it's not open yet? Oops. Here we go. By contrast, this is the freaking Kingsland where we're just in. This is the Kingsland where we're just in. Look at this. But this is the Kingsland we're just in. We're one alliance. Like, oh my god, I used over 120 teleports to fight in this Kingsland. Compare that to this KVK3 one. I can't get over how small that thing is. Top versus side. Interesting. Okay. Look at this thing. Right? This is like 1/8 the size of the one I just showed you. Oh my god. This isn't a KVK. Hey, it's KVK. It's KVK3. Yeah, like we literally dominated that first 12 hours and pushed 1770 out. Like, if this was our Kingsland, like it would have been, that shit would have been over after the first 12 hours. Played almost every sport growing up. The ones you couldn't get were basketball and golf. I played a lot of sports growing up too. I would say baseball, and I never played golf. Baseball was probably the one I was the least natural at. Golf is the hardest sport to learn, most technical in your opinion. Golf isn't a sport. Yeah. This is crazy. All right. Okay, well, I don't even know. Okay, let's see. This is crazy how small this is. I feel like you build like what? Realistically, how many flags do you build? What's this? What's the flag size? You build like 10 flags, not even. And you're touching the zig. Oh god. This is abnormally small, right? Best big question. Is an esport a sport? I mean, no. Playing video games is not a sport. Is it like mentally tough? Yes. Can it even be physically challenging? Yes. But like that's not a sport, dude. Looking rich at resources, I'm definitely not. Once we figure out what we're doing the bank, Bacon, I'm gonna have to manifest some resources. Let's put it that way. Manifest them. Gamers will be triggered. I mean, just because something is physically challenging doesn't mean it's sport, right? Like, what's that statistic on like chess players? Like, don't chess players lose like X amount of weight, like 10 to 20 pounds during like a big competition or something, like over a weekend? I don't think anyone's calling chess a sport. Sitting in front of a screen, moving your wrist around, like moving the mouse to click on shit. You could call it a sport, but you know, it's not athletic. gamers will be triggered. Dracul, what's up, man? Fingers are challenged. Yeah. I literally, I don't know if you can see my wrist. Let's see. Can you see it here? My, I got like a not a blister. It was like a callus on my wrist from playing this last KVK. It was, it was just like, literally got like a callus on there. Seth, what's up? Thanks for subbing. Chess is so mentally tough. I agree, man. It's tough. Physical exertion. You know? Have you seen chess boxing? No. Tell me about it. That's interesting. Chess boxing? I've seen car jiu-jitsu. That's actually really, really funny. They're like using the seatbelt and shit. It's crazy. You heard chess players burn about 8,000 calories a tournament? Yeah. Like they actually lose a bunch of weight. Like over 10 pounds or something, like during a tournament. It's crazy. Alternating boxing and making a chess move? That actually would be kind of interesting. I never really got into chess. I'm like okay at poker, but I'm not very good at poker because like I could do all the math, right? And like, you know, like just calculating the outs, odds, like pot odds, like stuff like that. That part isn't necessarily what's hard. What's hard for me is I just don't have the patience to grind it out. You know, sitting there like grinding, like it's I don't love it enough to want to actually sit there and do that. Which means I can't be really good at poker. Playing pass openings is a sport. Yeah, look, Kane, look. It's called the Kane understands. It's called the ROK battle scar. You know, it's on your wrist. I've never had a callus on my freaking wrist from playing games before. Until this last KVK. It's gone now. Because we literally have just been sitting around farming and killing barbs for the last 2 months. Going hardcore on PC Rock. Hey, you know, I'll never get a pilot. So if I don't get a pilot, then you gotta manually do it yourself. Oh God, please. Please don't pull a special inscription on stream on my farm. This is my worst nightmare. Oh no. Oh no. Please. Okay, Desperado. That's that's my worst nightmare on stream. Is I'm on my farm and I pull a special inscription. God. Also, that was a Desperado's a really good inscription for Garrison. Used to play chess a lot years ago, Dracul. Mo, am I streaming Kinsland tomorrow? Hey, if that Kinsland is still competitive at nighttime for me, so like maybe like 2 UTC, Mo, I'll stream 33, 21, 33, 33 KVK. Imagine playing strip poker with all ROK YouTubers. Ew. No, that's okay. Okay, thank God. Jesus. Special inscription. Yeah, that is my worst nightmare. And I actually only I only do the travel on my first farm just because I did it from the beginning. I mean, I guess I don't have to, right? But it's just like a thing I do on my first farm. But If you actually even look at my... Like, my commanders aren't even max. But I actually have, like, armaments on 5 marches, and then I run canyon on it. This one actually is probably my best one on my farm. This one. Right. If I could actually roll this out. Oh, I'm out. But, yeah. I don't know. It's just wasting time, but at this point, I'm pot committed. MLK, what's up, man? Good to see you. Oh, what's I gonna do? Actually, let me take a look at this KVK. This one's kind of underrated. No one's talking about this. I think the Kinsland will actually be interesting. The 1365 one. What's going on there? Let's take a look. These domain 2s, like being put into a lower C KVK is so stupid. I actually like the way this KVK is. There's only like 7 kingdoms in this whole KVK, right? This Kingland's land is kind of small too, but it's still, this one is still like probably what, like 2 or 3 times bigger than the other Kingsland we're looking at. Oh yeah. Okay, so they locked him out already. So 1862 got locked out. They'll be able to come in here. Same over here. Let's see. What is this? Like a little 903 fort cluster? Oh my god. They just defended this harem? That's interesting. Alright. They've not been able to burn through this? I'm surprised. 606 couldn't burn this? None of these are burning. They're gonna let them do this? I'm shocked. Did they try, or they just kind of gave up? How do I find people to poach from kingdoms? Good thing with 68 is we actually don't do too much poaching. I think we have some people on the migration team that just knows a lot of people, but I think YouTube and Peacemaker helps recruiting a lot. We actually have a very easy time recruiting. So what are the big changes that 2268 is implementing this upcoming KVK and recruiting cycle? Well, I actually already talked about recruiting earlier, Luda. Big changes. Even I don't think, even if there was big changes, I'm not saying there is or there isn't, I don't think I should be saying it on stream, no. You have one set of legendary iconic farming equipment on 2 farms? That's better than what I have. Too expensive? This shit would piss me off. Oh look, no, they try to sneak in, look. They actually snuck a 4 in here to... But they can't touch it. They're just a little bit off. No. No, you can't let him do this. This is just disrespectful here. I can't believe they actually let him pull that off. That's crazy. You saw that we had some pretty decent pickups. Is there any other special surprises coming? I will say this. There is going to be a surprise coming, I guess. It's not public information, but it's more like rumors out there. And yeah, stay tuned. I don't know when it's going to be announced. But Kane knows, but he knows to shut his mouth. He's not going to say anything, right? Yeah, but realistically, I mean, right now we're coming off 3 losses in a row, right? But I would say, as far as just like the amount of like traffic we get for migrants and then like application, I'm like comfortable to say like we're for sure in the top 5. You know, if we actually win a KVK or two, then that becomes even easier. But that's definitely a huge advantage we have. One of the things that actually drew me to this kingdom, because I think I identified pretty early on, like kingdoms that can recruit really, really easily have a really high upside. I probably shouldn't have opened that. Oh well. Boom, boom. Must be soon. Not too soon, but I think you'll hear about it within the next month. Some of the surprises we have. Yar's here. Boom, boom. The ideal player. Boom, boom, baby. Hey, I like Apo. I'll say this. You know, you guys can tell. I think Apo is the best streamer in ROK by far. Like, it's not even close. Like, he's really, really good at streaming. Really good at streaming. And part of it is just his personality, but it's scary good how good he is at streaming. And then because I stream, right, so then I know like some of the stuff that I'm looking for, like if it's easy or not. And it's not it yeah, he's really good. Apple's from New Zealand? I thought he would like lived in Egypt or something. $33.21 Kingsland starts in 6 hours. Jerry, maybe, but I'll be asleep. But if it's still going on tomorrow night, if it's still going on at 2 UTC, maybe I'll do a impromptu stream and stream it. Alex Sarr a bust? Dude, Alex Sarr scored 2 points in 27 minutes in a Summer League game. He's a bust, dude. I did not know that. Because I just always heard him talk about like Egyptian coffee and stuff. I just assumed he lived in Egypt. Ronnie James, Jesus Christ. Sarr's worse than Bronny? Nobody's worse than Bronny. Bronny is the worst player in the league. And he has a guaranteed 4-year, $8 million contract as a 55th pick. The worst player in the league got a 4-year guaranteed contract. Think about it. Like, think of how dysfunctional you have to be, LeBron. I'm talking about LeBron. To strong arm your team to draft your son, who's not good enough to be in the league, and then give him a guarantee 4-year contract, and then get your podcast buddy JJ Redick hired, who's never even been a coach other than like youth sports or something. And then you have JJ Redick roll out there and go, this is not just because of LeBron. Like, Bronny has earned everything he got. Like, he said that shit with a straight face in his press conference. You know? What is it? What is he, a politician? Like, what are we doing here? And you want me to take that shit seriously? The Lakers are a joke. Bronny has no potential, dude. Bronny is like 6'1". Bronny's shorter than me. Bronny is in the NBA and he's shorter than me. KVK 3 Kingsland. So even if I stay up until the Kingsland Pass opens, then I have to wait for the KVK to be over in 2 hours. So you want me to stream for another 8 hours? Like, no. This draft class is supposed to be the worst draft class in recent history, so we'll see what happens. Ronnie plays defense. His defense isn't even that good. He is smart to declare the draft on an average draft class. No, he needed to stay in college and average more than 4 points a game in a college team. Literally came off the bench and averaged 4 points a game on USC. And somehow he gets drafted into the NBA. And then JJ is going to be like, oh, he earned everything he got. Like no. Come on, man. He looks like someone who knows he doesn't actually deserve to be there, and he's like he has like the ultimate imposter syndrome. He's just running out there because his dad's on the team, you know. And this is what's wrong with LeBron. Michael Jordan's sons then get this kind of like bullshit treatment. Terminator, you don't know how to play defense. Actually, that was probably what I was the best at in playing basketball. That's what I'm best at playing basketball. I'm like a lockdown defender. I'm really good at like on the ball defense. And because like most people that play basketball, they don't necessarily like know how to work out right. It's very easy to like position and box people out and move them around. Can I show the LeBron MJ photo? Jesus Christ. All right, we'll pull it up. Why not? Let's see, let's pull this up. Where is the 68 chat? All right. This is the disrespectful pic that Yar sent. This is the kind of stupid shit that LeBron fans actually think. This is how LeBron fans think about Jordan. All right, let's see. I'm way behind on chat now. Oscar, yeah, you're a little behind. Bubonico, what's up? Welcome back to the stream. Juan's talking about Ronnie. The reason he didn't play was because of health issues. Yeah, you're like 18-year-old. Why do you have heart problems? You know, We're not going to get into conspiracy theories here, but that's kind of weird. He needs to prove himself in college before he goes to the NBA. Jackie's Kingdom favorite to win KVK? No. Jackie's Kingdom is favorite to lose by like 90%. MJ's son couldn't play basketball outside of high school? No, one son played for UCF. The other son, I forgot where he played. But guess what, Terminator? Both of those sons averaged more than 4 points. They all averaged more points than Bronny. Jesus Christ, all these LeBron fans. Mo, Celtics front office, best in the league. Ugh, they're pretty good. I hate to say it. Kareem, Jesus. LeBron is way better anyways. Larry Bird. Oh, God. Bill Russell. You guys are just throwing out names now. Yar is a Luka fan. Yar likes fat, out of shape European superstars that have no athletic ability. Yar is a sucker for that. Bubonico, not a fan of that picture. Jordan kneels like he's supposed to. Jesus Christ. MJ is a terrible person. I mean, I don't think LeBron's a terrible person. He's a whiny bitch, but he actually, like, I think he's still married to his high school sweetheart, right? Yeah. Bryce still in high school. I think Bryce James is actually supposed to be better than Bronny, right? Bronny should not be in the NBA. La Sperm gonna drop 20 points. There is no... Okay. Who wants to bet me? I'm gonna bet Bronny will never score 20 points in an actual NBA game in his career. I'll give whoever wants to take the bet with me 3-1 odds. Bronny will never score 20 points in an NBA game in his career. Even like Adam Morrison, like who are the biggest busts? Even like Anthony Bennett, Greg Oden. Every one of these like busts in the NBA have at least scored 20 points in a game once. Bronny will never do it. He's terrible. And he's super passive. He looks like he's scared out there on the court, playing against other like summer league players, not even NBA players. LeBron is my glorious king. Jesus Christ. Someone bet me. I'll give you 3-1 odds. Tell me how much you want to bet. $28 mil power farm isn't that much. Isn't that too much? Not if you want to use it as like farm fill, right? So I have like, well, I guess, you know, I could delete the siege, but I have like, what, 1.3 mil T4 to kill on this farm. I'm like distracted. Dracul gotta go. All right, man. Thanks for dropping by, man. Kwame, even Kwame Brown has scored 20 points in the game. In any game in his career, yes, Kane. Bronny will never score 20 points in an NBA game in his career. He'll never do it. He's terrible. He's got to be one of the worst player like I've ever seen, even in summer league. He's so bad. Got to send my bomb marches out. LeBron gives you motivation to wake up every day. What is it with this like LeBron love? I don't understand. take that bet. Let's see. You want to be okay. First of all, Red Matt, you don't want to be king of a kingdom. Trust me, you don't want to be a king. It sucks. The only reason why people do it is either they are in the early game and they have no idea what actually being a king is about, or when you get later on, it's because you care about the community and you want to actually like give to the community. But it's literally like having a job where you don't get paid. It fucking sucks. Don't do it. Anyone else in this chat who's ever been a king, you can let Red Matt know not to be. You don't want to be king. Trust me. Coach Reddick won't allow that to happen. Coach JJ said that Bronny has earned everything he's gotten. He's earned that 4-year, $8 million contract. That's what Coach JJ Reddick said. 50 shots a game. Barney's going to shoot like 25% from the field his rookie year. Probably not even. How can LeBron, who's probably he's definitely the most physically impressive human being I've ever like been up close to in real life. Like the ultimate athletic specimen, LeBron. How do you have such like a short, relative to him, unathletic son? He could jump really high, but that's it. He's actually not very good laterally. He doesn't move side to side very well. And he's like 6'1". You're LeBron's son. How are you 6'1"? I don't understand. Like, I'm taller than him. My mom is 5'6". My dad is like 5'10". Makes no sense. The Legendanics didn't hit. Yeah, man. Maybe he's adopted. Who knows? The line on DraftKings is plus 20,000 for Barney to score 20 plus in any game this year. That shit's way too high. It should be plus 40,000. Make it plus 100,000. You bet $1, you get $100,000 if Bronny scores 20 in an NBA game. There's no fucking way. There's no way. Oh god. So, hey, LeBron James is in the chat, guys. Jesus Christ. Ronnie is not better than MJ's son. Okay, let me look up. Let's look this up. Okay. Okay. So Marcus Jordan. I think he's the one that played for UCF. Yeah. Okay. Marcus Jordan played 94 games for UCF, 12.3 points per game, 2.9 rebounds, 2.7 assists for his career. Oh my god, that's disgusting. He shot 39% from the field. Okay, that's Marcus Jordan. Bronny James played at USC, which I guess is a better school than, I mean, it is a better school than UCF, but I mean, it's still D1, right? Bronny freaking James. This is in college. Guys, this is in college. Played 25 games. Averaged 4.8 points per game. 2.8 rebound, 2.1 assists. He shot even worse than Marcus Jordan. 36% from the field. He's shooting 26% from three. This is so bad. You're telling me this guy who has a heart problem when he was 17, 18, and can't average 5 points per game in college, is guaranteed 4 years, $8 million. And also, he's listed as 6'4". That guy's not 6'4". He's shorter than me. Come on, guys. So yeah, once you're wrong. Bronny is not better than Marcus Jordan. Jesus. Why is my chat just full of LeBron talk now? Oh my god. Bronny's good at Call of Duty. Wait, Bronny's good at Call of Dragons? No, I'm just kidding. Jesus Christ. Hearts. Oh my god. I'm so glad Raw yo, I'm so glad Raw isn't here to join in on this bullshit. The LeBron thing, I mean the Bronny thing just pisses me off every time it comes up. Like, talk about what's wrong with sports. Just look no further than Bronny James having a 4-year, $8 million contract. Pretty disgusting, actually. LeBron fans are the type of fans to like the term tip touching. Listen, man, tip touching is magical. I'll get to it one day. The Sea just sent me back in gold heads, and now I have to invest in William Wallace. Bronny James is better than Caitlin Clark. Yeah, when I was in college, I went to University of Florida, right? So when I was there, actually, they ended up winning back-to-back college championships. Our women's basketball team was not that good, but whenever the women's basketball teams players came on like just the regular like court, like the school gym was called like Southwest Rec Center. They usually got wrecked. You know, like female college players were not even as good as just regular college kids, college guys that were just, you know, pretty good at basketball. So yeah. Angel Reese. Like, have you seen Angel Reese play? She's like my height, right? And she literally just plays like bully ball. Like, what is she gonna do if she played me? She's just gonna bully me around? She's not gonna shove me around. At least Caitlin Clark has like way more skill. You know, he should get a shot off and stuff. Angel Reese is slamming Shaq in the paint. Oh my god. It's like friggin' guys talking nonsense. Basketball nonsense in my chat. Joker. Jokic is disgustingly good. I have to give him credit. It almost doesn't make sense how someone so unathletic can be so dominant on an NBA basketball court. It's actually kind of crazy to me. He doesn't even like basketball, yeah. Why am I a LeBron hater? No, I would say LeBron's a top 5 player, like, ever. But, like, this whole, like, bitch move to get his son a guaranteed contract when he doesn't deserve to be in the league is just a bitch move, you know? Just calling it like it is. He actually looks way slimmer now. The league is in trouble. Maybe Jokic needs to actually be kind of fat and have a wider body to fully utilize his skills. You know, maybe now that he's skinny, he's gonna lose his advantage. All right, Kane. I heard it was crazy. I heard the season finale of the Boys was crazy. I haven't actually watched it yet. I actually just started reading the comic. I think I want to actually read through the comic of the Boys. I think they changed some stuff, but it'll be interesting. I hate it when like a show leaves on a cliffhanger. Right, you have to wait like 2 years for the next season to come out. Probably like the main reason why I don't watch a lot of anime. Well, one, they drag that shit out. There's a lot of fillers. But then a lot of the anime, it's just like there's still more. You know, I don't want to wait a year for more story to come out. I want to be able to watch all the way to the end. Whoa, you sent me a link? What do you want me to read once? The Boys are so out of pocket right now. the first 3 seasons are good, you know. The reviews for this season were not good. Apparently they kind of lost the plot a little bit. Like it's the Rotten Tomatoes has it at like 50%. Yeah, One Piece just keeps going, you know. I read it at one point, but like when you just keep dragging it out, you just kind of lose interest in it. Read it. I can't. I'm clicking it. You're gonna have to send it in Discord once. I can't click this link. If I play ROK, I like it for sure. I feel like I'm being like scammed by once. All right. Let me get through this farm. I'm gonna go to bed. All right. What'd you send? What is that? It's crazy. Oh shit, William Wallace? Ooh. Okay, let's pull this up. So I guess in KVK, this is the Chinese server. So William Wallace is already on the Chinese server, right? So originally, Ahara said she thinks it's July 29th, right? That's when the next wheel is. So it looks like we'll actually get William Wallace in 11 days. And he's in this, what's his, Heart's Desire? What is it? Sovereign Keys? Interesting. Let's see. What else is here? Bronny James. Oh god. Damn it. I only have like 30 sovereign keys. That's fine. I probably am gonna max spin that wheel though. $26 farms? Dude, I have 8 farms and I struggle with it. I don't know how you guys do this. I also like, I'm like super distracted on stream. Like I'm probably like missing shit. I'm talking. I normally do not take this long on my farms, but all the Brawny talk just like gets me fired up, you know? Gotta defend Michael Jordan, or gotta defend Marcus Jordan. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Like realistically, how many times can you even send out 60 farms? And how long does it take you to do it? I feel like by the time you send out your 60th farm, your first farm that you already sent out, the gatherers are already back, and you just need to do it again. It takes you 30 minutes to send out 60 farms. So you're literally doing nothing but sending out gatherers. I don't know, man. I don't know. At that point, I say just manifest your resources. Just manifest it. And by manifest, I mean use your money. Claim Alliance RSS, one troop, and send out your farms? Dude. That's why Yar is the ideal player. We got the ideal player in the stream over here. That's ridiculous. Is Blake from 60 GT an ideal player? I have no idea. Am I supposed to know Blake from 60 GT? Yar, do you know Blake? Hey, Yar, if you're in 60 GT, you're an ideal player. What about your boy Riley? Is your boy Riley, who is in 60 GT, an ideal player? Tell me. Bronny James is in the chat, guys. Oh my god. I mean, at this point, there's so many freaking bot accounts out there. That's actually one of the toughest things to evaluate with migration. You know, if it's a native account, it's so easy. And when it's a bot account, it's so much harder to project how that person's going to do. And all these like top players now, you know, COVID players, they're retiring left and right. They're selling their account. We definitely deal with quite a few like really impressive accounts in 68 that are bought. That is, you know, it's you gotta do your evaluations. Is boom 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 ideal? Chose Pro over Blake. Bronny James says Riley still pulls down kills. Bronny James in the chat, guys. I'm on like my third farm, Bacon. Oh, you want me to go on my main attack with no equipment? I think you would beat me if I had no equipment. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm never letting you get a victory on me in Canyon, Bacon. If you ever beat me in Canyon, Bacon, if you ever catch me like during KVK where I just, you know, have my equipment something else and you beat me, I'll give you a flux script. Prodigo has a 5 ID. Jesus. I think the youngest account I've ever seen was the one in Kingdom, I think 2. The King of Kingdom 2 right here. Wait, let's pull it up. This is like the oldest one I think I've ever seen. Unless you guys know of an older one. Oh, I see. Where is it? This guy, right? 50,501 DFHJR. Look at this Altark. 36 mil kills. That is an old ass account. Is there a younger one than this? I mean, is there an older one than this that you guys know of? Anything older than 50,501. I guess technically, let's see. Can't you just look it up? Oh, it needs to be at least 3? What did it say? At least 3 characters. So... is this the oldest person ever? Oh, no, that's just the name. $999 ID? Is it this guy? Hessian? Holy crap. Hessian? Oh my god. A 999 ID. This guy has seen some shit. This is like one of those like whales you find deep in the ocean that's lived for like 500 years. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Bro was there when it was made. That's crazy. I tried 111. That doesn't exist. Let me see. Actually, did I? Or did I do 001? 999. That's crazy, dude. Let's see. Here we go. This is 111. Holy shit! This guy's in Kingdom 1 with a 111 ID. He doesn't even have an autark. Wow. He has 2 million deads. 99 mil K. Oh my god, dude. 003? Let's see. You might just end up with a governor with a 3 though. Is this it? No, that's... this can't be it, right? No. His avatar is Pheno flag? Dude, 111. What if we do 110? 110 is still around. Kingdom 1. Holy crap, man. Let's see. What about 099? Does that exist? No. 101? $100. Dude, how are these accounts still around? I can't believe 111 was still around. Okay. Is there no one else? Let's see. 104? None of these people even have a profile anymore, though. 111 was the first one. So does this start at 100? Because I could find all these governors now, but I couldn't find any up below. Could you imagine if someone applied to you and they're like, they have a 100 ID? Okay, none of these are around, but 111 is. This guy, Lord Dayanfe. Dude. Genie, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. Greatest ROK player of all time. That's hard. That's too hard to say, right? Because how do you measure that? That's really hard to say. As far as like value to a kingdom, I think Peacemaker is the best player in the game right now, and I'll tell you why. So Peacemaker came to 68 and KVK1 and never left, right? He's getting like hit up probably daily, right? With people trying to recruit him. Obviously, you go anywhere he wants. He's one of the reasons why I think 68 could actually be really, really great. Because you contrast this with those like mercenaries, like Krakens. I'll just like come and go, right? Makote is another one. But like players like these are very, very rare, very valuable. So if you ask me who I think the most valuable player in the game is, I would say Peacemaker. Because what he actually means to this kingdom, and you know, obviously most kills ever in a KVK. I think he's second right now, right? Because Osno probably passed him in this last KVK. So yeah. But as far as greatest ROK player of all time, I have no idea, dude. That's too hard to say. Mephisto. Or Kuda. Mephisto. Dude, I'm okay. No offense, but no. Bunny for sure. The charisma is real. I've heard about Bunny. I've never actually seen him play, so I don't know. Leopard. Leopard was just the king of 60. He had a good account, but greatest player? Leopard or Bunny? Alright. I mean, I don't think you can really argue with that. The player who impacted the community the most? That's, yeah, probably Leopard or Bunny, right? Probably Bunny, honestly. Bunny or Governor? Is Arvix in that conversation? Arvix is in like every kingdom, but I don't. When you say impact the community, I feel like you have to like build a kingdom, right? And then you have to be synonymous with that kingdom for a long time, and then that kingdom under your leadership, or at least under your influence, then made a huge impact on the community. I think those are like prerequisites for you to qualify for that. And Arvix, like, what kingdom do you associate him with, right? You don't really. So I think because of that, maybe he doesn't count. He keeps kingdoms alive. I've heard of Governor. Governor was in 960, right? $24.89. Yeah, but he also has like an account in like 12 other Imperium kingdoms or more, you know? So the other thing with Peacemaker, I remember there was this like one night during the last KVK. I was already in bed. I was going to bed, and we didn't really have fighting, but like Pass 8 open, and it was at 1824, right? So he comes out of the pass. Wait, I was trying to use the pass to show it. But it comes out of the pass, just marches onto enemy territory, 1824 territory. His 7 marches get surrounded by like 30, maybe 40 marches. And I'm like watching it, right? And I've always said, like, no matter how good like a player is, like with 7 marches, if he runs into like two of me, like 2v1, like at like 16 on 7 or 14 on 7. Not 16, 12 on 7 or 14 on 7. Like I'd take them. By the time that ball cleared Peacemaker's 7 marches, like they were all yellow. Like all 30 marches are yellow. Like it was crazy. Like, I was just watching them like a god. Like that's actually terrifying. I've never actually had a fight against a player like that before. I'm glad we had him on our side, and I would say like there's a couple other players in our Fluffy Pony was probably in that range. Chatsky was in that range. That's like a whole different animal that I've never actually fought before. But that would actually be kind of scary. If Peacemaker is like bringing his 7 marches at me. Governor is counted by Arvix. Yeah. I mean, all these, half these accounts are getting scooped up by Arvix. Pro is our GOAT. I'm still waiting for Pro to come back, man. Governor was created in 960. Yeah. If Baba didn't have bad pilots now, maybe we'd go, whoa. One of Baba's pilots is in our kingdom. We won't slander Baba's pilots. MLK. $16.48. $26.63. Imagine Osno or Aziz coming at you. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of those players. Metin isn't too bad. All right, well, Metin is in our kingdom, so glad you gave Metin some credit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? There's like how you are as an individual player, right? So obviously, you have to be a really big spender because at some point, like that much money just pushes you over the top. But you either created a kingdom or at least you're leading it or have a lot of influence on a kingdom. And then that kingdom has like a huge impact on the community. So if you use that criteria, right, maybe governor, that was before my time. Bunny is close enough to my time where I've heard enough about him. And then like obviously like Leopard was at least kind of like the symbolic figure in 960. Yeah. But I'm biased. I won't say greatest player ever, but best player right now in ROK as far as like positive impact on a kingdom. Give me Peacemaker. Is BP the GOAT? BP is definitely not the GOAT. Snorlax, what's up, man? Artha, what's up? Doing good. Lepro was second. Okay, so but how long did Governor play for, right? That's another thing. Part of like why people are giving like LeBron all this freaking credit is because he's literally been in the league for forever. So if Governor was like in his prime for like a year and quit, and someone else was around for like 2.5 years, like on top like that, you have to weigh that, right? Force for barbs for farms. I don't even do any of those, Artha. Right, but how long was like Governor in the spotlight versus how long was Bunny in the spotlight versus how long was Leopard in the spotlight, right? Like I don't know if this is true. I've got who told me this. So somebody told me that Seawill in his video, I think today or very recently, said he has a lot of family stuff going on. He's going to take some time to take some time away from the game to tend to family stuff. Right? Is that true? Anyone Anyone verify? Genie, maybe? Did I check the talent tree for Smite? Yeah, I don't like it. And I'll actually go a step further. I think the rage reduction thing is very overrated. So for example, right, if you have Guan and Guan's silence actually hits right, you could literally delay the opponent from firing off their skill for 3 seconds if you get it at the perfect timing, right? If it's like only 2 seconds before, like you could do 1 second, 2 second, or 3 seconds, or none at all, right? Those are the chances. For the rage, 45 rage is not that much, right? For like, if you could get 220 in a turn, 45 rage is like not even a fourth of what you could get max in a turn. So even if you hit a target with a 45 rage 3 times during the skill cycle, right? That's 135 rage. At most, you could delay their active skill from firing off by a second. At most. And there's actually a significant chance that you don't. Right? So when it's in a rally garrison context where you're just connected, you're always firing off the active skill, that 1 second makes a big deal. Maybe, like, kind of a big deal. Like, not even that big of a deal. But in open field where you're kind of poking back and forth, you hit the target. Like, I could hit 5 targets and decrease the rage by 45. That sounds great, but it's actually not that good. And it actually kind of confuses me why people are losing their mind hyping it up. Like, it's not that good for the open field. And I would say it's like moderately good. Like, if it's just like a talent tree for a talent, maybe, right? But like, give me like 1 silence all day, because you hit that right, it's guaranteed 1 second, 2 or 3 seconds. My farms look so poor. Yeah, it's because I'm still upgrading it to City Hall 25, so it's gonna be poor until it's City Hall 25 and the trading post is 25. All right, but like, there's no amount of rage that you could reduce with that smite tree where you could delay someone from firing off their active skill for 3 seconds. And Guan literally can actually do that, you know? So to me, silence is way better than rage reduction. And the rage reduction is very, very overrated. Like, it's very overrated. The way people are hyping it up, it actually kind of confuses me. Like, it's either they don't know what they're talking about, or there's something I'm clearly missing. Especially for open fielding. If you're talking about rally garrison, more valuable, not even amazing, just more valuable. For open fielding, I just don't see it. Arthur, just farming? Yeah, just farming. Well, really just trying to get my farms to City Hall 25, you know? Well, anyways, let's see. Community post. Goonie and the other dude take over. I don't know who that is. Seawell's taking a break? That freaking sucks for 960. Is that who you're talking about, MLK? Goonie? Are you talking about 960? Like, who's going to run that kingdom? He literally just took over king. Prodigo will be king. New Briley. Seawell was sick. AKO's Parallax. Are you planning on being a garrison or rally lead? No, not if I could help it. You know, if you look at the way I'm, like working on my stuff, I'm spreading it out to 7 marches. I not if I could help it. I really don't want to be a garrison player. Like, it's a selfless role. You know, you're sacrificing a lot of KP to do something that's really important for the kingdom. Like, more power to the garrison players out there. Some of Marches be a rally lead? No. Seawill's a good tester. I mean, I'm flattered you're putting me in the category with them. I wouldn't call myself a tester. I did some early on. It takes a lot of time. Like I don't think most people that watch those videos realize like to even come up with a test and then to actually set up and then do it, how long it takes to actually do it and then collect the data. Like that's not my thing. I've done it a few times, but yeah. Wick Gaming is the ultimate at that. What he was doing was ridiculous. It was crazy. Prodigo could be. He was keen. He would be on Leopard's levels potential. AKO's Parallax. 7 marches with mid equipment or 5 marches with all legendary sets. Well, if all legendary sets is kind of like the benchmark you're using, and then what do you consider mid equipment? You know, like what's mid to you? Because I think that would actually determine my answer. Gal, I don't know any of these people. Rally leads don't have life outside of ROK. Yo, Wick makes a comeback one day. I doubt it. I feel like once you quit this game, it's really hard to come back because like as you're gone, people are spending time accumulating stuff, and like you just fall behind, you know. So once you kind of like get out of that constant grinding to like keep your account up to date and to grow it, especially for a competitive person, like I don't know how you can come back, right? Like if you come back, you either have to start a native account, but then that's real frustrating, or you have to buy an account, I guess. But like to take your old account that's been dormant for like a year or 2 years and then start trying to catch up again, I feel like that would be really, really frustrating for people. But purple mixed. So, okay, let's go over this because I feel like some people don't understand this. Okay. Wick's still one of the best art carrier. Yeah. Okay. So if you have purple mixed, so let's say something like this, right? Let me actually change the playlist. Okay. So why would I run this right now? So the Korok's humility, right? With this, you get 10.5% health. Right? If you go to the Eternal Knight, you get 12%, I think, defense. Like it's straight up just worse. Okay, even if you can actually put an iconic crystal on it, it's still worse. So like a lot of times people will see, oh, legendary must be better than epic. That's just not true, especially when you are still a younger account and you're catching up on iconic crystals, right? So for mine account, I have like 5 maybe. Let's see. Right, so from here I have 1, I'm not going to count the gathering gear, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm already 7 iconic crystals behind my equipment, right? So when this is the case, so you're behind in iconic crystals, right? I think the best way to go about upgrading your account is upgrade the things that needs to like where the epic to legendary jump is really big, right? So I'm not going to upgrade this because I actually think if I just straight up go from Heart of the Saint to Sacred Dominion without an Iconic Crystal and then like leveling it up, it's worse. I would actually straight up rather have this defense, right? So if I had a Sacred Dominion, this will look a lot better. But if I even came and put Iconic Crystal in there, upgrade it, it's just not worth it, right? Now, where there is a big upgrade is from epic accessories to legendary accessories, right? So if you're short in Iconic Crystals, and because accessories take so long anyways, you might as well work on the accessories. That'll kind of take longer, but then, you know, you'll get them done and actually be able to enjoy the benefit of that. And then when you're more caught up in Iconic Crystals, then you start actually getting rid of your purples. So like something like this, right? When people see this, they're like, oh, look at all this purples. Okay. You go what? You get 3% defense here. I think you get 20% from the Archer set weapon if you don't have the Iconic Crystal. So you get 3% extra defense. Here, if you actually go the Dragon's Breath Helm, you actually switch to attack. And it's actually just straight up worse, right? The Flame Tread Boots give you health. If you do the Leadership Boots here, it actually gives you 6% health. Right, this actually gives you more health, the Flame Treads, than Leadership Boots. Right, so you can't put an Iconic Crystal in there. Yes, when you get the 2-piece, maybe you could get the set bonus. But like these upgrades are minimal. All right, so when you say purple, right, like people see the purple and the legendary and they just assume there's this big difference. The nature of it's different. If someone was running the purple chest here, instead of the legendary chest, that's a huge a downgrade, right? Because the revival chest gives you attack, Dragon's Breath chest gives you health. Like not only are you getting more stats, but you're actually swapping from attack to health. You have to get this as your first legendary art chest. But like Golden Age, like the Helm, like the Flame Treads, especially if you're not caught up in Iconic Crystal, one, it's not worth it. But even if you upgrade it, like if I made this all legendary but without Iconic Crystal, it would look so much better, and I would actually say it would perform about the same. So yeah, you know, so like be smart with how you're upgrading this. You know, upgrade the legendary you're supposed to, and then like in the meantime, I think if you're way behind on Iconic Crystals, work on your accessories. But back then it was hard to get legendary massive blueprints. Yeah, back then it was also a lot harder to get KP, right? 30 mil kills was way harder back then. How many farms do I have? I have 8 farms. How much can I gather in a month, including farm bags? So my main farm is the one that I actually kind of looked this up on. Like I get about 500 mil food wood, and then whatever kind of the equivalent of that is of that for stone and gold on one like fully maxed out farm. Now that was when I only had one farm, right? So I was able to tend to it more. So I was able to tend to it less, but I think it's maybe like 300 mil a month. So you get like eight farms. That means like you're doing maybe like 2.4 bill like a month. Maybe that's how you do the math. I don't know. Archer purples is the best. Yes, overall, you can run Archer. You can run the most purples with the Archer. Like there's some you just can't run for like calves. Technically, I think for like high A, you could just run the calf boots and the calf the chest. I think it's boots and chest are the two that you should upgrade for calves, and then for infantry, you have to upgrade the chest and the helm for the first two. I think, yeah, because this I think Witch's Lineage is attack, right? That's epic, and then the blue I think gives you defense, right? But So with infantry and cav, I think you have to run at least 2 legendary to make it at least viable on a high, like not even saying like good, just viable on a high A. I think for archer, you can run full purple with the legendary chest and get away with it at a high A level. What's my farms? Let's see. Boudica's not. Oh, let's see. Okay. I still run Boudica. I run ZL primary, Boudica secondary. That works way better for me than Boudica primary, ZL secondary. There's a couple reasons for that. ZL's Rage Engine only works, what really fully works when he's a primary. And then 2, it's important that his 5 target AoE gets off first. So ZL primary, Boudica secondary, yeah, it's actually surprisingly good. But the other way around, it feels very mid. You're planning on making your 6 March archer? Alright. You're wondering if it's better to finish your accessories first on your first 5 marches? I don't think you need to finish your accessories. Like, if your equipment is like overall good enough, right? Like in KVK, I will run this, but with ring and a flag actually on my ZL march. Like if you have legendaries or mostly legendaries in the right places, you don't have your accessories done. Like maybe some marches just need a blue flag or something, right? Like 6.5% march speed is actually way better than just whatever when you see the blue, you know. Like I would take 6.5% march speed over anything epic accessory can offer. So if you can swing it, so basically if you can actually get your tech good enough, like fast enough, where you could get the 6 marches early, I think you should actually run 6 marches, because essentially you get like what 6 to 5 advantage on the field, right? So that's like what 17% or 13%, provided like, right, so you're going to need to use a little bit more speeds and resources to heal, but if the march is in a good enough place, like you just have a bigger advantage when you can run 6 marches. So if you can swing it with the crystal tech, then I think you should run it. And then once you get that to a decent place, start working on your accessories. Godfather Gaming, what's up, man? Snorlax. I forgot what I was talking about when you said the boot, chest, helm. Actually, boot, helm, chest is not that bad. I think you're talking about Cav. Yeah, I mean, Cav, chest, epic gives you defense, right? And then when you go to legendary, it gives you health. So that's why you make that switch. 2 Cav, 2 Inf, 1 Archer. So 2 Cav, 1 Inf, 2 Archer. I'm not sure. I'm a little bit behind. Am I going to stream 3321 KVK? Hey, I'm not streaming it tomorrow morning. I'll be asleep. Well, 9 UTC, yeah. I'll probably be up by then. But if the Kingsland fight is still going on, I like 2 UTC. I'll stream it. But that's a really small Kingsland. All these 3,000 kingdoms sucks. After KVK 5 to 6 they fall off. Well, that's kind of disrespectful, Artha. But also, that's not just a 3,000 kingdom. That's almost all new kingdoms. Even like my kingdom, that happened to my kingdom, happened in 2891. It's just a thing, you know. Did I see the manga you sent me? No, I didn't see it. I can't watch. You have to send it to me in Discord. That I can't click the link in the YouTube chat. The max damage output per Seawill is 2 Archer, 2 Cavs, and 1 Imp. I could agree with that. If you're talking about max damage output, yes. Now, is that the best combination for 5 marches? I think I would prefer the second Inf March over the second Archer March. So I would actually run 2 Cavs, 2 Inf, and then ZL Herman. It's open today, 31.59. What about 31.59? You keep forgetting to join my Discord? I don't have a Discord, Artha. Godfather Gaming? Not sure if I remember you. You have to remind me. You have to remind me where we talked. I talked to a lot of people now about ROK stuff, so it's harder for me to remember the names specifically. Once 3 archers for the win? Definitely not, dude. All right, let me just finish my canyon. I think I forgot to do my canyon. Did any like events or anything come out? Let's see. Silk Road, ew. I'm not a fan of Silk Road. I feel like it takes way too long to do something very, very like menial, you know? Am I still working on my siege marches? Yeah, it's still a work in progress. So for my siege, I'm gonna keep Margaret at 5511, and then when she's released in the dailies, I'll buy that. My Cordoba, I can actually max, but I'm just kind of waiting. Right, so I'll probably do the wheel, stuff like that. My armaments, I'm spending right now for this, so I'm actually going to use believe it or not, I'm actually going to use a transmutation crystal on this to get the last stat done. This is okay. It's pretty good. I actually Calm is a really below average inscription for regular field marches, but it's actually really good for a siege march with Margaret, because her active skill is kind of like Sargon's, where you deal the direct damage over 5 turns, right? So like every turn after her active skill launches, I have a 30% chance to increase the attack for 10% attack for 3 seconds, and that's I think on a double. So that actually becomes like, this actually becomes really good because Calm for siege becomes a lot better, and then full draw, I actually like it a lot. So yeah, but I would say like the equipment too. I'll end up running a horn and this Delanes, right? Delane, you take 5% less counterattack damage, which is really like mid for field march, but actually really, really good for siege, because most of the time when you're taking damage back, it's only counterattack. So it's essentially like a 5% damage taken reduction from an epic, which is really good. And then I don't have iconic crystals, right? So these are 2 of the legendaries I don't have iconic crystals for. This in this last KVK, when my Cordoba and my armament was a little weaker, still was able to trade positive. I could tell this is going to be really good. Once Cordoba's expertise will be a lot better, but really, I need to be able to get Margaret higher, or when the new siege commander comes out. You came across me from Panda, okay? Once. Yeah, well, Peacemaker, that's a whole different animal. You guys, if you're just talking about as much skill damage and AoE as possible, like, yeah, maybe, but that's also real expensive to recycle through resources and speeds like that. Oh, you watch all the stuff? Okay, so we actually messaged. Yeah, sorry, man. I'm probably talking to like 5 to 10 people a day in Discord regarding like recruiting and migration. So Like if I could look at our chat, I'll start remembering. But I don't know if your Discord name is Godfather. Getting siege stats is much easier than the rest. It's actually not. The siege stat percentage is the exact same as like archer, cav, and infantry. It's actually really annoying. It's actually really annoying trying to roll for siege stats when it seems like you always get siege stats, and then when you're actually trying to roll for it, you don't. Right? But yeah, like, and then you have to specifically pick V formation, and then you have to try to get an inscription on it, and then actually roll it. It's actually quite a bit of investment, you know. What marches do I run? The 6 marches. Right now I'm running Luce Alex. Actually, here, I'll pull it up. This is what I'm running right now. So I'm doing Luce Alex, Kuang Skip for my 2 infantry, and then Nevsky Joan and Mina Williams for my 2 cav, ZL Boudica and Herman YSG for my 2 archer. And I have Margaret and Cordoba. Oh, so I messaged you. Did you not respond to me? Oh, okay. How much older is Once Osno than Peace? Oh, I have no idea. Peace has like a 90 million something ID. It's actually not even that old. It's actually relatively young. In-game PM? How long will I be streaming? I'm about to log off, dude. That balance? You think that balance is unfair? Think about how much I've actually spent on armaments, right? Like, I want to say I spent like as much as a Kraken, but I probably put more into it than most people. And I've never pulled a special inscription. I don't have a hunter. Like, for the amount of like time and effort I put into armaments, not winning KVKs and just really kind of being unlucky, has made my armament set like not elite, right? Because if, let's just say I had 3 hunters mixed in there and maybe like an intrepid somewhere, total for 7 sets, you will consider that pretty elite. It's really hard for people to get 7 sets that are all like really good to like almost elite, right? But I've been kind of unlucky with that, you know. So how do I do the collage? I made it in Canva. Yeah, if you Canva's free to use. It's like a better PowerPoint. I did a whole account review on live. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I kind of remember that now. Oh yeah, okay, I remember you. You're the one with like 3 or 4 Godfather accounts, right? There's like a Godfather mini. Okay, yeah, that was really good. Okay, I remember that. Godfather, I remember. Hunters because I lose KVK. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, actually. How's migration going? Are y'all set for the KVK? Sox is going to stay there for another KVK because the schedule didn't line up. I think in about a month, you guys will understand why Sox is staying for another KVK for the schedule. But his farms are still in 68. You know, like, there's like a specific reason why he's staying. Spent 12k on mini 2 account and pulled Hunter before KVK 3. Yeah. You pull Wing and Archer. Freaking Yar has pulled like, well, Yar is gone, I think. He's pulled like 3 specials. And I'm pretty sure I spent more than Yar on armaments. I haven't pulled shit. Like this balance is from 8 shards, you know? Is it good to invest in a full leadership set for a 6th March? So, yeah, he's opened up all his bags and has to stay back. Yeah, I mean that's part of it too. But the leadership march. Okay, so this will be something that I get to eventually, right? But if I build this out, I'm gonna do a Hydra's Blast for the weapon, but then I'm actually gonna do the leadership helm. I'm gonna craft a leadership chest, even though I already crafted an archer chest here. I'm gonna craft the leadership boots, right? So this is like a video I made a while ago. When I'm done, if I'm actually done with my equipment, I'll have like 7.5 sets of equipment, because I'll have all leadership, but then when I'm running an archer with it, I would actually put a Hydra's Blast and the Dragon's Breath. Actually, I should probably do a Milky Way, but too late now, right? I didn't decide on that until I made this, right? But then I'll actually have a full leadership set. So I'll have a full leadership set. If it crits, I'm going to actually pick leadership for it. But then 2 of the pieces, I can sub in the archer pieces and then fill the rest with leadership. And then I get the 4-piece for the leadership bonus, right? And I still run the accessories. That would be how I run my 6 March. Because now, if I ever wanted to flex to like 3 of a troop type, I could technically do it with my leadership set. If I want to like garrison my city, I could do it. You know, so there's like a lot of flexibility there. And like, yes, you draw some stats. But at that point, I think I'm willing to do that for my 2nd archer set, which will also be mostly my leadership set. You think he's gonna migrate his farms? MLK, I can tell you right now, he's not gonna migrate his farms to 1818. Hope and Lion got bent. Yeah, they were crying about how they're gonna cut back their spending. All right, Wants. Have a good lunch, man. That's what you're thinking. Snorlax, just make an 8th leadership set. I mean, you could do that, right? Then I could just craft a full archer set and then craft a whole leadership set. I mean, you can, but in the meantime, I'll do 7.5. He just told you he's migrating them? Yeah? To 1818? Oh, that sucks, yeah. If he has to, yeah, if he's not gonna have enough resources, I guess he has to do it, but hopefully his farms are low enough power. I mean, so like he could easily get the passports. Oh. Like matchmaking against archers? Yeah, something with archers is just wrong. I feel like on paper, ZL Herman should be a lot stronger than it actually is. Like, it's good, but it should be like broken good, and it's not broken good. Like something with archers is like not adding up for me. This whole time I've been playing, I've never felt archers were OP. Like even when ZL was first released, right, and the go-to was gonna be ZL Boudica, like I thought it was gonna do so much better than it actually did. Because ZL's kit is broken, and you mix that with Herman's kit, who's really good. I don't know why it's not more dominant. Bear Jews 85. Your battle farm is stuck in 1818. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. They get targeted, that's a problem. Maybe, but before this new dot mode, a lot of people playing in dot mode. I don't think it's just that they got targeted. They get targeted. Because like even when I'm playing right now, it's not necessarily that my archers are like sad facing or like dropping to red first. Right? That's not the case. It's just when you look at the reports, you would expect, for example, like March like ZL Herman to just be doing more sevs, right? Because it's doing more damage theoretically, but it just doesn't seem to be the case. You know, it's not necessarily trading like better, but it's also not doing more like top end damage. It's kind of crazy. And then which really like baffled me for a long time was how Luce Alex was always pumping out the most damage for all of my marches. Right, like this last KVK was doing like 60% more damage than the next closest march, and that's why I ended up making that video about smite damage, because like it confused me for a while. I just didn't understand how the Lucha March would be doing so well until you start realizing the nature of smite damage and why, like, you could look at the damage factor like 2250 or whatever. It's not even comparable to 2250 skill damage. It's actually worth so much more. Instant proc. No, instant proc helps with the cheeseburgering, right? And it makes it where if you just make contact and disconnect, right, like that, you get a lot of advantage. But it's actually, and the reason why you want to run Lucha primary too is because if Alex is primary, then when his active skill triggers, you literally lose all the attack and it switches to defense, right? So Lucha actually looks a lot of punch. So I tried Alex for primary, Lucha secondary, because I thought the all damage taken debuff would make a bigger difference. But Lucha primary is by far better. You know, but this March, like, make no mistake about it, like, that damage is all coming from Lucha. He just needs like a little assistance, right? Whether like it's like stat boost, you know, like some kind of debuff. Like that's why like Scipio, like Lucha is bringing all of that damage, and it's the smite damage, right? So if Lucha is already doing this great with Alex, he now actually has a smite damage pair that's designed for the open field. This Lucha William Wallace March is going to be disgusting. Like I don't think the people that are looking at the kit, it's like, oh well, William Wallace is not good. They don't understand how disgusting this March is going to be. Lucha William Wallace will be the most broken March we've seen since Attila Takeda. You know, like I'm pretty confident because smite damage is that good, and now you have a double smite damage commander designed for the open field. Like Gorgo is not supposed to be run on the open field based on her kit. Like she works in spite of that because double smite is so good. And William Wallace's kit is actually like just straight up better than Gorgo's and designed for the open field. Like it's gonna be gross. And I would actually run Lucha primary with William Wallace secondary. Like I don't that rage reduction skill in the smite tree is very overrated for the open field. Give me the Lucha active skill firing off first every time I launch an active skill, and also William Wallace's I think like a 30% buff, actually buffing Lucha's active skill first. I'll take that any day over that smite tree rage reduction. For coaching, what do I do again? You're thinking of it. If you check the description, how I'll put my email, Snorlax. It's also in the description, but shoot me an email and then we'll set something up. But it's $50 if it's like public. So basically, all of the ones you see are the ones where people pay $50, right? So I could essentially post it on YouTube and use it for my channel. And then if you want it to be private where I don't post it, it's $130. Thoughts? Lou, Alex, Guan, Skip. Who's getting benched? Oh, for sure, Guan, Skip. Oh, you're talking about when William Wallace comes out? So so me personally, I would actually want to run Alex first. I'm interested because uh no one's actually tried Alex with Scipio after Alex got a double museum, right? That was never like Alex never actually really got much of a shot with Scipio because everyone just saw the synergy between Guan and Scipio and just decided it paired better. And then by the time Alex kind of had a revival, it was because of Lu Che. So people were running Alex now. It's because they were running it with Lu Che. So I at least want to see how Alex pairs with Scipio as a secondary because I really, really like Alex's debuff. It's very good. It's, I think, way better than the silence, right? Now, I think most people just say, hey, the silence is too valuable, but 30% damage all taken for 4 seconds for 3 targets is one of the top 3 debuffs in the game. I think having that on the field is very valuable. Also, when the march is faster, it's just more fun to use. So I would prefer to run Scipio Alex, right? But we'll see what happens. Godfather, you give me some content. Do I get a package deal for 2 account coach? What do you mean 2 accounts? You want me to coach 2 of your accounts? You're gonna change my mind like you did with Big King about the silence. So I think you probably missed. I think you weren't here when I was talking about rage reduction versus silence early on. I actually have a very high opinion of the silence. I have a very high opinion of it, but it's way better than rage reduction. Like, there's no amount of rage reduction they're gonna put out there, unless that's like way off the scale for what they're trying to do now. That'll even be comparable to what the 3-second silence does. But you give me Guan or Alex, I would take Alex over Guan. Oh, Kane's back. Oh, slandered. Godfather is saying he changed your mind. Let's see what plays out here. Let's see. If they bring out a new formation just based on silence, that would be crazy. I don't think they would release a new formation just based on the silence mechanic, right? But I could totally see another commander that somehow gets way more of a synergistic boost from target being silenced, and then like that commander is so good that like Juan comes back from the dead. I could definitely see that. He changed my mind on ZL. I don't know. I don't know what mind he's talking about. I like ZL. The final for the boys is mediocre. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really felt compelled to watch this season. Like, I haven't watched any episode yet, and I actually love the first 3 seasons. So yeah, I don't know. What about Inscription? Will they release an inscription for silence? I feel like any inscription where like a benefit silence isn't that big of enough of a benefit for it to really like bring it back, right? Unless they release some kind of special inscription that scales off of silence. I think the most likely chance that let's just say Guan gets bench. I think most people will actually run Guan. I'm gonna run Alex, but the biggest chance for Guan coming back is a secondary commander that is very synergistic with Silence. Like Scipio's expertise to a degree. I mean, yeah. But like a really synergistic with Silence commander. Like Guan comes back from the dead instantly. And probably he gets a double museum. Right. Yeah, you feel like they're sacrificing the story pacing for all factor. The entire season, nothing happened, just like boring WTF moments. Yeah, that's what I actually like kind of get a sense it was, and I just didn't feel compelled to watch it. You know, I'm actually gonna read The Boys, the comic, just to see kind of, because that actually ended, right? So at least I know in the comic what happened. .5 seconds status effect increase inscription. Let's see, 0.5 seconds. I don't think the 0.5 seconds will work. From what I understand, everyone's turn is kind of lined up, right? So if you do a 0.5 second increase, it actually won't change the duration of anything. I think it has to at least be a 1 second increase. Now, if it's a 1 second increase on like status effects, that would be immediately like one of the most broken inscriptions, right? Because now like your debuff, like if you're Scipio, you're running Guan Scipio, your silence is an extra second, your health debuff lasts an extra second. Does your shield last an extra second? I like it. All of a sudden it starts getting kind of crazy. It literally makes a skill significantly more, like it makes multiple skills significantly more powerful for one inscription. So yeah. Ducky, what's up, man? I don't think I've seen you before, I think. Based on rares would be at least 2, right? No, 2 seconds would be too broken. They can't even do 2 seconds. One silence is great if it's getting silence value. Yeah, but they're running exactly. Hey Kane, I literally just talked about this while you were watching The Boys. I said the rage reduction and silence works way better like in a rally garrison context when you're connected. Like in the open, fielding rage reduction is super overrated, which is why I actually plan on running Lucia primary, William Wallace secondary. But like, even if you reduce 135 rage, you're probably like at best getting a 1 second delay on someone's active skill firing off in the open field. It's overrated. You're the Ducky from the Discord group and my in-game DMs. My Discord group. Let's see. Well, Arthur just sent me a friend request. All right. Ducky? Am I losing my mind here? I don't have a Ducky in my Discord DM. Is it under another name in Discord? I don't see it. All right. Big Kane will still use Guan over Alex. But it's not as broken as people think it is. Yeah, that silence is like, it's like good. But people talk about it like, listen, if Guan's silence hits a target and then they literally will take 3 seconds longer to launch their active skill, it's amazing. But you literally need to time it, because like every time you hit a target, you could either not silence them at all, silence them for 1 second, silence them for 2 seconds, or silence them for 3 seconds, right? And all of those have like an equal probability, depending on how it lines up with the active skill firing. So like half the time, one silence is going to do anything, right? And then like the other half, a third of the time, it's only going to silence it for 1 second. So it's good if it hits right, but it's not as broken as people are making it out to be. All right, Bicane is gone again. Godfather, let me manifest this. You'll remind me on Discord. Yeah, send me a message, Ducky. Would it benefit as rally? Yeah. Silence and rage reduction becomes a lot more valuable in rally and garrison. And I still think the silence is better than rally garrison, because if I had to just make like a quick like napkin math, a 1 second silence would come out to probably about like 135 rage reduction, right? Or like a 2 second silence is like you literally reduce them by like 270 rage, something like that. Like rage reduction, I don't know. It's just kind of, it's overrated. Like a lot of people's reaction to it, like, oh my god, this is the most broken skill in the game. Like it's not. For open fielding, it's definitely not. Rally garrison, it's better. Is it that broken? I don't know. All right. Anyways, oh crap, it's already 1. Oh my god, I went like an hour longer than I wanted to. All right, guys, and thank you for the late night stream. I would redirect, but I don't think anyone else is on. If 3321 is still in Kinsland tomorrow night for me, I'll actually probably stream it. If not, the next time I'm streaming will probably be when we get a match for our KVK, right? And then we're gonna scout the opponent. So if you guys were here for the first scouting stream when this happened, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's very exciting times to scout the talent in the other KVK, other kingdoms during KVK. All right, but thanks you guys for watching. Oh wait, let's see. Last question. New rally with William Wallace. Yeah, I think it's either William Wallace or Lucia, right? So the new Scipio will either William Wallace or Lucia. I haven't thought too much about it just because I'm not a rally garrison player. I already forgot the new Scipio's kit, so I can't even talk about it. Is he worth the gold head? Yeah, if you're a rally player, I think the new Scipio is gonna be like by far the best rally commander of the game, right? Just because of how broken smite damage is. If you're a rally player, is he worth using in field? No. Now, the problem with there's not a problem with Tariq, right? But like you have Lucia or William Wallace, which is synergistic with the new Scipio, right? They're going to be boosting each other's normal damage and smite damage. Like, Tariq just doesn't compare. So yeah, I think it'll be the best rally in the game. I'm trying to think what I'm more confident in. I think, okay, and you just heard how confident I am that Lucia William Wallace will be like disgusting. It'll be broken. It'll be the strongest thing. Like the biggest power jump for a March since the Teletech in the game. Like I'm pretty confident. I'm even more confident that this new Scipio in a rally context is going to be like real broken. Gorgo is about to get rocked. Like the infantry tree, defense tree, like it actually has very, very little, and by very little, I think none, no mitigation to smite damage. Right, so like, Gorgo just hasn't been hit by a smite command, like an actual smite rally commander yet. Like when that happens, it's like whole like infantry garrison meta is just gonna go out the window. Like it won't be what it has been. You know, people running Gorgo Constantine, Gorgo Attila, all that stuff. Like once the new Scipio comes on the scene, the fun's over. Like I'm more confident in that than how broken I think Lucha William Wallace is gonna be. I'm pretty confident that Lucha William Wallace. Yeah, I would hope. The new Archer would actually be able to slow down like smite damage or something, right? Because like infantry is almost like too dominant right now, and the new Archer should be garrison, right? Dido literally lasted like 2-3 months, if even that. Like Justinian just came on the scene and killed Dido. All right, Godfather, have a good night. There isn't a better anti-swarm option. No, there isn't. Gorgo Attila? Yeah. Like in a artifact KVK, Gorgo Attila, or even like Gorgo Constantine, or Gorgo Hera even. But I'm just talking about like Garrett. Like right now, the reality is like right now, like when you run Rally and Garrison, it seems like Garrison with Gorgo has the upper hand. Like the new Scipio is gonna tilt that heavily towards Rally. Like the new Scipio will be pretty dominant over any rallies. Well, that smite damage is disgusting. With the way this game is currently designed. Oh, Ducky. Okay. I see you now. Okay, you're in the group chat. I get it. Okay. Also, it's like the reason why I didn't see it too is because like that Ducky is like in like all cursive and everything. You know, it's not like a traditional script. All right, guys. Anyways, I need to go to bed. Have a good night. I will see you guys next time.